Napa Valley, California, Tuscany, Italy, and northeastern Wisconsin? When it comes to high-quality wine, connoisseurs don't often think of the Midwest. But Steve Johnson, who with his wife owns Parallel 44 Vineyard and Winery in Kewaunee County, thinks they will, eventually.
If I had said 20 years ago that Northeast Wisconsin was going to be a wine region someday, I probably would have been laughed out of the room. But we see more and more growth of this industry. Our mission here has always been to give you a Wisconsin wine from the ground to the glass. So that's why we've really emphasized so much on our vineyard, and we've really learned that the quality of the wine is contingent on the quality of the grapes.
The process sounds simple on the surface. Grow the grapes, pick the grapes, crush the grapes, collect the juice, turn that juice into wine. Of course, easier said than done.
It is often viewed as a romantic endeavor, and there are days like this where you go, man, this is the life. But the parts that people don't see are the pruning that we need to do in February and March, where you're standing in boots in deep snow, pruning each vine by hand. And then there's the tending of the vines all through the spring and summer. So this is sort of the culmination of all that effort that we've put into it.
Parallel 44, which opened in 2007, grows about 8,000 vines of grapes. Each vine makes an average of 4 bottles of wine.
And what we're growing here is really, in a way, sort of wine pioneering. The varietals that are planted out here are among the first commercial plantings of these varietals. And so these names are not household names yet, but the grapes that we grow are called Frontenac, La Crescent, St. Pepin, Petite Pearl. But they are striking a chord with a lot of judges and competitions too. So they're very different in flavor and chemistries than your California varietals, which are called vinifera, your Cabernet, Chardonnay, Merlot, those types. We have a very different chemistry to our grapes, different flavor, different mouthfeel, but it's really reflective of this area. And I think there's great potential in these new varietals. People are finding them quite interesting to taste and to get to know what Wisconsin wine can be all about.
Every year, a group of people helps to pick the grapes off the vines by hand.
Everyone seems to enjoy this kind of process, which I find interesting because 5,000 years ago today, somewhere in France or Italy, people were kind of doing the exact same thing as they're doing right now.
But they don't stomp the grapes like they used to, unless it's for fun, like at Parallel 44's annual Harvest Fest. After being picked, the grapes are destemmed, then crushed, pressed, and fermented. Not necessarily in that order, depending on the type of grape. The wine could be bottled as soon as 2.5 months after the harvest, or not until a year later. But no matter when the process is complete, Johnson wants those who drink the wines to know the flavors are uniquely Wisconsin.
And I hope that someday that people in other states may go to a restaurant and say, you know what, I really would like a La Crescent from the Wisconsin Ledge, or a Frontenac from northeast Wisconsin, because in the end, wine really is about regional expression.